Hi, my name is Teri Lee from Sweet Pea Papers, and this is video 2 in our series, A Vintage Christmas Day in July 2021, and it's a collaboration between a whole lot of people. It's now got up to more than 40 people, and the 3 people that started it is myself and then Kyung Shotwell, and she has a YouTube channel and an Etsy store. Links will be below. And then also Lisa Fisher, she has a YouTube channel, a Facebook group, and an Etsy store. Those will all be listed down below as well. And some of the stuff that we'll be using in this this kit was designed by Kyung, and then some of the embellishments that we use will be from Lisa's store, so that'll be great. And what we're going to do today, we're going to do page 2, but we're not finished with page 1. Oh no. So what we were talking about before I let you go in video 1 is we had set up the page, learned how to make one of the pages, and we put the cover on, or the cover image on, and then we had kind of talked about the project just a little bit. So what we're going to do today is we're going to put the image on the back, and we're going to make some we're going to do something other than just put the image on, but we're also going to put the first set of holes in. And the reason that I do this is because it helps me remember, even though the very first thing I do is I turn the page over, and since I'm using craft paper, I took my white chalk pencil and I marked a T right at the top, so I knew where it was going to be at. That way you don't accidentally put it upside down. I've done it before. It's not a fun feeling to have to do a whole section over again. Okay, so the other thing we're going to do is we had decided to put some lace on, and the white was too bright. So I've got the dyed piece on here, and we're going to put that on, and then we're going to go on to page 2. Okay, so I also wanted to talk to you about the other thing I'm going to do to decorate is on the cherries, I'm going to put what's called glossy accents, and it's clear and it makes it look, it's sort of like stickles, or what's the other stuff called? Liquid pearls, only it's clear. And so this is what it looks like. This is still drying. This is my experiment. And you see how it makes it look three-dimensional, kind of. I hope you can see it. I'm just turning it back and forth, but it's not quite dry. So this will be done once I get the other side of the page done. I'll do the glossy accents and off camera, or maybe I'll start it on camera to show you how to do it, and then set it somewhere to dry. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to do the holes. Now remember, on the crocodile, we had set it so that it was the exact same depth every time we put the paper in. So when you put the paper in, you can only go so far. Okay, so that's the first thing I did. And the second thing we need to do is we need to measure where we want the holes. We don't have to worry about drawing a center line. That's the beauty of using it that way, because it's already going to be in. All right, so what we need to do is using if you don't have one of these Tim Holtz rulers that's got a 0 on one side in the center, so you can figure out where the center of something is, you can just measure it and do the math. But this is 8. Ooh, it's almost 8.5, but not quite. So we may end up going with 4 1/4. But let's put our 0 in the middle. It's 4 1/8. There's 4 1/4 and 4 1/4. That looks close enough to me. And then I'm just going to make a mark. And it doesn't matter. We just need to know where. Okay? And then I'm going to go over 2. And then I'm going to go over 2. I know I had said 3. Well, you know what? Actually, I think I will do 3. I'm going to go over 3, and then I'm going to go over 3, and then I'm going to erase these 2. And you don't want to draw too dark on the craft paper. And also, I've discovered that even though this is supposed to be the same cardstock weight as the as other regular white cardstock or cream colored cardstock, to me it doesn't feel as heavy, and I'm pretty sure it's an optical illusion of my hands. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So let's set this to the side. We're going to get our crocodile out. Remember, we've got it set on 3/8. And then there's no way to do this and show it to you from the side except to show you and then take it back and then do it. So when you push this down, this punch will come down just like a regular hole punch. Okay? So what you want to do is you want to line up your mark with where the hole punch is going to come through. And then this won't let it go any further, so they'll all be the same amount in. Okay? So that's what I'm going to do. That almost seems a little far in. Let's try that. Yes, that seems better. Okay, so I'm going to put it on the line, punch the hole, move it over, put it down partially so that it's on the line, the center of my line, punch the hole. See how much easier this is? Put it on the center of the line, punch the hole, and now I've got all 3 holes. Now, that also helps when you're doing this side, because you know that the holes are going to be on this side. Okay? I don't know if you can hear the neighbor's dogs again, but they are losing their minds. At least they're not howling. They are barking a lot, though. But my dog barks too. As we all know, Oz always makes an appearance. So, all right, so now that we've got the holes, I'm going to go ahead and put the lace on. Now I'm going to put the lace facing in, I think. Well, that wouldn't cover the hole, would it? And you could see the brown through the lace. If I don't pull this tight, that piece is a little short too. I hate that when that happens. I think I like it better pointing in and the line along the line. Yes, I do. Okay, so we're going to take a little Fabri-Tac or Fabri-Fix, whichever. I know that Miss Pintalot, who is Fiona, see now my dog's barking. Ooh, that's a lot more glue than I wanted coming out. I forgot this was really full. He's barking at whatever they were barking at. Okay, sorry about that. Got a little too much glue. So let me put this on here. I'm going to line the edge of it up along the edge. I'm going to stretch it. Stretch it. There we go. And then I'm going to hold it for dear life. Move it over just a little bit in the center. I ended up coffee dyeing this. The piece that I sprayed, my test piece, ended up a little too rosy because of the gold in it. So I understand that there's quite a bit of red, but this was a little too pink. Okay, so now we've got that done. I thought about putting some flat back pearls on this, but I don't want to have to put pearls through the whole thing. It's not really the look I was going for. This is Victorian, not, well, I guess they used a lot of pearls in Victorian age, not on mine. I didn't want it to look that, you know, frilly, whatever. I'd rather have it look more homespun. especially because these are the type of bows and stuff, you know what I mean, that are on here. Not sure why in this picture there's cotton balls on an evergreen. Probably because it's poofy and it looks like snow. That's probably why when the person made the picture. I just noticed it. Anyway, so there, that's dry. Now, all we have to do, we're using the same height on the paper. You'll notice this is colored pretty dark on one side, and this is pretty dark on this side, so it's going to be all right that it's only super dark on one side. But all we have to do is measure the width. I probably should have done this before I put the lace on, because the height is already, we already know. The reason I can't cut this in half or just use the other half of this image is because it's just enough past the center that you can't use the picture. Okay, so we're going to cut this. We have another Christmas boot. Maybe we'll fussy cut it out. How about that? You guys think that would be fun? Okay, I'm gonna write top on this, just so. And that way this will go on like this, and you see that it will cover the fold. We'll have to ink around it. I know how much excitement there is in that, but I couldn't ink it till I cut it. And this one is this fired brick I like because it's not such an in-your-face red. And I could have used that one, something berries. And it's very pretty. And I've used it before, you know, with the Christmas theme. I used it in Winter in Victoria, if you've ever seen that video, or that set of videos. That was a big envelope stack, wasn't it? I didn't think I'd ever get done papering that. But anyway, and I really like it. Festive Berries, that's what it's called. But this is more subtle. I think with the brown paper, the more subtle is the way to go. Plus, this almost just kind of looks like somebody took one of these and just kind of did that number on there. I like it. I really like these papers. Have I said that before? Probably. Okay, so we're going to put this on here. Okay. That looks fine. Yep. Okay. Now I have to remember the glue coming out really fast, because it doesn't take very long for the air bubble, because I filled it up really full. My new bottle of glue came early, yay, and I was able to empty out the last dregs out of my other one and fill this one up to the top, which I probably should have done anyway, because I like it better when there's, you know, actual glue in it. There's a plastic tablecloth on the floor where I was doing my spraying, and my dog is over there laying on it. He's decided it makes a nifty bed. Okay, pretty sure we had this fairly close to the edge, and then it goes up a little bit to fit the height of the paper to make it even. Okay. Now we're not going to put lace along the edge of this one. We're just going to do that because we just did this because it's the cover. Might not be a bad idea, to tell you the truth, to put lace down the edge of all of them. But I'm going to put a pocket on this one. And I'm going to use some of the brown craft paper. I wonder if I've got a scrap that's big enough. Of course I do. Even this big. This is a fairly small page. Then I'm going to put this inside of it as another pocket. I wonder if I've got one just a smidge taller. I do, and I can cut it down somewhere just a little bit taller than this one. Then I won't have to use up anything. All right, so let's make it here, and then can I flip it over? You'll notice this has a brown side and a lighter side, a more rough looking side. So hopefully I will remember to continue to use, the brown side and not the crafty side. All right, so let's do the length. Remember, it's going to be the width of the paper, not the width of the cardboard. So let's do this. I hope I'm not cutting off my mark. That's the height. No, there's the length. Okay. And then guess what? Guess what, peeps? There's going to be inking. Now, I am going to ink this with the festive berries. I could do it. I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to use the vintage photo. So I don't want it to like zoom off the page. And then I'll use the fired brick on this. Mixing and matching, mixing it up. Because I'm such a risk taker. You know, me with my lists and everything. Did I ink up the right side? Yes. I guess I could have just matched it to that. I hope he's not going to start barking again. He's been good all day. Sorry about doing that, scratching my arm right next to the mic. Probably not the most wonderful thing to listen to. Okay. And then remember, we're going to do the glossy accents on the berries. Maybe I should do the smaller pocket on here first, in case something happens. And it isn't on the page. Alright, so I want it to be just... I want it to be shorter. What exactly is it that I'm doing? Yes. Okay. And then it's going to be a little less in width. Let's go in a square. Now on this one, well, I was going to say something, but now I don't think it's true, so I guess I better not. Now see, if I was going to do lace all the way throughout, then putting lace on the middle of that would have been the way to go. Okay, there it is. Twang. That's my banjo, in case you were wondering. When you guys aren't around, I play the banjo on the paper cutter, paper trimmer. It's called the Paper Joe. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. See? See what you guys have done? Bad jokes, bad words, the whole 9 yards. Ah, well, such is life. It could have been worse. In fact, I've done worse. It's called editing. Editing. You don't think the subtext comes up there on the screen by itself, do you? It just pops up there, those URLs. Okay, now we want to remember that we only want to glue this on 3 sides. I want it to be a little bit closer to the bottom. Okay, that looks good. I don't know how I managed to measure that correctly when I was measuring like a ding-dong. Then I'll show you what I'm going to put in the pockets, but I'm not sure if I'm going to put them in or not until it is dry. Got a bad habit lately of working off the camera, and I don't mean to do it. I'm not trying to leave you out. I just have to move everything up because of the way my camera is, and so isn't that festive? And I will glue this on. We'll glue this on 3 sides. Making me say bad words. What is wrong with you people? You know who you are. You're out there lurking, not leaving nice comments. Not that I'm saying I necessarily deserve them. However. Okay. Well, that worked out much nicer. Look, see the plaid and the plaid. Okay. Now I've got a smaller writing card that I'm going to put in here. I've printed them on both sides, and this, you can't hardly tell probably in the camera, but this looks like eco-dyed paper. Might be able to tell better on that one. I didn't just print it out tan on the back. And this larger one, you know me, I am probably going to make you watch while I stencil it. I was thinking maybe just some of these little guys across the bottom in this brick color. Wonder if I have a small one that's got red on it. Sorry about that. There's my arm right under the camera again. Yes. I don't like the bigger ones when you buy the sets. And I don't like these bigger ones very well. So I think I'm going to buy a set of the little ones. I just said that they come in sets with the, take the lid off of here first. I don't remember what this is from. I didn't punch all these out. It's not like leftovers from, you know, punching out some kind of... But I thought this round kind of went with the berries. I'm going to try very, very hard not to move it. The secret thumb trick. Yeah, that did it. They don't want it to be even. Now look at that. That's kind of nice. Kind of festive. I'm not going to put anything on here so that it can be a writing card. Or I may come back because I have these sentiments. Oh, that would probably look nice in the middle, wouldn't it? Decorate your Christmas with joy. Kind of like the shape of this one. Oh, and it's by Laura Ingalls Wilder. All right, so let's do that. Why not? You have to be careful. I do this all the time. I get the ink over the edge. Then you have to kind of do it somewhere else to make it look like you did it on purpose. On purpose. Okay. So then it looks like you just don't know how to ink it all the way around. Okay. I probably should have put something under it and made a cluster. But then it would have been kind of hard to put it down in the pocket, wouldn't it? Don't ask me how I did that. I think I just got lucky. Okay, so now all we have left to do is to put this in our big pocket. Put our little one with the pine cones to match in our little pocket. Now remember, I'm not pushing these down in there all the way because I don't want to take a chance of them getting stuck. And you can put other things, you know, to fill it out. And then to do the glossy accents is easy. You just drop a little drop on there. I'm going to show you on my one that's drying. I'm not going to show you on this one. But all you do, you have to cut the tip. So don't go trying to squeeze it out forever because you have to cut the tip off. But all you do is make a little drop. All you have to do why does that seem like, does this dry up in the tube? No. Please say it isn't so. And I can't see it. Okay. So now you just put a little drop. On there, and it looks like a kind of a milky white when it goes on. but then it dries clear. You see how shiny those berries look? Very, very berry. Very berry. You just put a little bit on there. A little bit on here. And then if that would have been the real page, then I probably would have been done with it. Oh, except for doing them up here. But that's it. That's all there is to using that. Okay, so this is our page here. You know, I'm probably gonna, maybe we'll put something right here as well. This screams out for having something on it. Let's see. Well, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look. Oh. Now when I had my Scan and cut this out, I cut it out with a white border on purpose. And then I'm going to ink around it. No, that's too big. Anyway, I don't want this to go too much longer than 30 minutes. So I'll have to look. This one's fairly small. Oh, look, this little. All right. Okay, I'm not sure that matches that though. Maybe I can cut something out of the. Maybe I can make another little pocket and put it there. And put a little something in there. A little something, something in there. So let's just think about it. We'll decide what to do. And if it's something drastic, I'll show you in the next video. So we're done with this page. We're done with this page. And this is just a basic 3-ring book. We're not going to do anything fancy. Plus, you have to remember in a 3-ring book, there's no actual hard cover. So you can't get too crazy because everything will fall out. Okay? So that's it for this one. And I'll see you in the next one. And that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Bye-bye.